welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. Today we're going to be looking at things I found interesting in Week 5 against the Bears. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. These are not all the plays of the game, the only ones where I found something interesting worth pointing out. These plays are in chronological order. They're not highlight plays or X's and O's as much as they are Jimmy's and Joe's. If you like this kind of analysis and discussion about the Buccaneers, check out our podcast with myself and Molly Bay. Again, a lot to get to. Let's do it. 4:15 in the first quarter. Again, you're going to see 58 Shaquille Barrett drop back into coverage. 90 drops back into coverage as well. We only rushed 3. Of course, we get to the quarterback, causing him to scramble out. He bootlegs over this way and ends up throwing a pass to Jimmy Graham, who comes over here and ends up getting the first down. Now, Jimmy Graham's standing over here. Barrett's covered him, but Barrett comes up for the pass, or to get the quarterback as he's scrambling. Now, you see right here, there's 3 Buccaneers covering Jimmy Graham. You would think one of those would be able to stop the pass from being complete, but Barrett sees that Foles is going to have all kinds of room to run, so Barrett runs up, I would assume, thinking that one of these 2 guys is going to cover Graham. A pretty good assumption. But as you see, they split. Everybody splits out and leave way too much space for Graham. And Barrett runs up. He's fast. And at first I thought that Foles had crossed the line here, but it was on the 49. As you can see, the 49's right here. He threw the ball behind. If you look at this one over here, it looks like he is past the line, but he wasn't. But as you can see, Graham is wide open over here. Barrett has run up to try and stop Foles from coming out. Of course, Devin White came over all the way from the other side of the field. We're going to look at that here in a second. Man, he is fast. This is the same play. Just keeping an eye on 45, Devin White. Man, he is so fast. Look, he runs all the way to the other side of the field. And then right here, he sees Nick Foles is getting ready to scramble. So watch how fast he gets over there. That's nuts. 3:27 in the first quarter. This is after the interception. One of the announcers had mentioned that Tristan Wirfs, our right tackle, was only playing on one leg during the game. He said this later when he got beat by Khalil Mack. When asked about it after the game, Bruce Arians said no, he didn't have any issues. But looking here, you can see he does twist his ankle right there. Look, you can see he stepped on it wrong, or he stepped on this person's foot right here, and it's caused his ankle to twist. You can see it right there. Hey, that's a big boy. You got to have stable ankles. And then watch how he falls. He just falls down, and you can see after the play he's hurt a little bit. Watch, hold, and then he just kind of sits there. So Wirfs did have a hurt ankle during this game. 2:49 in the first quarter. This is a beautiful play by number 18, Johnson. This is an excellent route, excellent catch, and excellent yards after the catch. But, of course, we're not here to do highlight plays. A couple things I want to show you. One, he comes into motion, faces the line of scrimmage, and he never sets. This should have been a penalty. Look at that. Bam. I like him. Got a little bit of toughness to him. But also, want to see number 66, my boy Jensen. Him and Akeem Hicks get into it. Jensen grabs him by the front and holds him. And Akeem Hicks does not take too kindly to this. Right there, he's got the front of his jersey. And he yanks on him a bit. And then look at this. They get into it. They're yelling at each other. Akeem Hicks is not happy about that mess. Go through it again. Here's Jensen. Here's Hicks. Grabs him, yanks him right there. Hicks knocks his hand off, and then they jawing at each other. 2:01 in the first quarter. On this play, it's a fumbled snap between Tom Brady and Ryan Jensen. I'm not sure whose fault this is, but I'm going to say it's Tom Brady's fault. Because if you watch closely, Tom Brady moves just a tad bit before the ball is snapped. He's drawing back. See the ball's still there. And then right there, you see Tom Brady's moving, and he's moving to the right. But also Jensen's moving to the left because he goes out here to block this way. Don't know whose fault this is, but there's also something else I want you to look at. 78 and 96, Akeem Hicks. They do a little bit of a blocking after the whistle, and Akeem Hicks ends up hip tossing Wirfs, just like Khalil Mack does later in the game. Bam. Now, I don't know what is going on with this, but I would have to say, man, you know, it's a little bit of unnecessary roughness. Okay, whistle's blown right there. And you can make the argument that Wirfs is still pushing or whatever, but, you know, this one is not near as bad as the next one, or the Khalil Mack one. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Cordell Patterson gets a 47-yard return on this, but there's all kinds of mess going on. You can see, let me see, 57 gets blocked in the back here. Now, you know, I don't agree with these blocking the back calls for the most part, but if you're going to call them, you call them. See right there, he's got him. He's looking right at his numbers, and he shoves him. Boom. Okay, a couple other ones. Let's rewind it a little bit. We've got holding going on with 26 here. Now, this is funny. It looks like they're trying to draw and quartering. Here he is. Here's 26. He encounters these two guys, and they just they grab him, and it's like they're holding him up to draw and quartering him. And then, see, they're still holding him. And then Bradley Pinion here, he definitely should have been called for tripping. At least attempted tripping. I mean, there's no doubt about that. He was trying to kick that boy in the shins. Oop. "49 seconds left in the first quarter, and I just want to point this out. I'm not going to show it every single time because this is what the Bears did the majority of the game. Whenever the Buccaneers played soft coverage like this, when they had a man off, they would almost always just snap the ball and throw it to this guy. Sometimes this one right here, they just throw it to him. He just turns around and throws it to him. Most of the time, what they would do is they'd have him come out and do a curl or a comeback route. And it was they just took advantage of the Buccaneers playing soft coverage on the outside.